This developing story in Abuja, where moments ago, Justice Joyce Abdulmalik of the Federal High Court sitting granted bail to the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, his son Abdulaziz Malami, and his wife Asabe Bashir in the sum of 200 million naira each and 2 shorties in like sum. As part of the bail conditions, one of the shorties is to deposit title deeds of properties in Maitama or Asokoro. The defendants have been ordered to deposit their international passports with the court. They are to remain in the custody of the Nigerian Correctional Service pending perfection of their bail conditions. The case was adjourned until March 16th for trial. The ruling is as a result of the bail application filed by former AGF after he was rearranged by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The EFCC had rearranged the defendants on 27th of February on a 16-count charge of alleged money laundering, which they all pleaded not guilty to the charges. And our TVC News Judiciary correspondent Celestina Iria is live in the studio with us to give us more insights on what took place at the court today. Celestina, quite a very big development, I must say, and it's quite a tall order, these bail conditions. But beyond this bail, what else can you tell us about this trial? And on another thought, do you think that he can meet up with these bail conditions?
Well, today, so meeting up with the bail conditions is one thing, because when he was earlier granted bail by Justice Zuwaiti, who was the first judge that sat over this case as a vacation judge, because that was during the Christmas period, that was in December to January this year, he was granted bail 500 million. It took a while before he met the conditions, and now there was a bail already granted him on the charges filed against him by the DSS, and that is also 200 million. Against him and his son, each which is 400 million naira, put it together. And now we have same Justice Judge Abdulmalik granting him bill 200 million naira, actually the 3 defendants each, on the charges brought against him by the EFCC. So this is a whole lot. But we know, of course, his bail bond. But to see all the shorties, he's a highly placed person in the society. So probably he has people who can come and stand in for him. And beyond the bail conditions today, EFCC, they've opened their case. They've called their first witness. It was very swift. Justice Abdulmalik said that the EFCC need to call their witness today. And they called the first witness, who is a compliance officer with Sterling Bank, who confirmed that a loan was given to Reham Hotel, and that hotel has Abdulaziz Malami as the director. And he also presented documents on how the loans was facilitated. And according to him, the name of the former AGF did not appear in any of those documents, and he did not see any breach of CBN guidelines in the loan that was given to the hotel.
So the trial of Malami will resume on March the 16th. Do you see a speedy dispensation of justice, or do you think this case might drag?
Not at all. It's going to be expeditious, because that of the DSS is coming up on the 10th. And then this is coming up on the 16th. So it's more or less side by side because of the dockets of cases in court. And we don't want this particular case to linger as we normally see in criminal proceedings, which take times where defendants challenge jurisdiction of court, challenge the charges, and also move on to, after the prosecution called their witnesses, they move on to no case submission, stating that the prosecution has not been able to establish a prima facie case against them. Usually, the court sees these things as delay tactics, but it is the right of a defendant to file all these applications. And after we see the ruling on a no-case submission, which will either be allowed by the court or disallowed, if it's allowed, the defendants are allowed to go free, or otherwise the court will order them to enter their defense and call their witnesses. So we don't know how many witnesses the EFCC tend to call and how many witnesses the former AGF and the co-defendant, which is his wife and his son, intend to call, and that will also linger before the court will now ask them to adopt their final written address and deliver judgment. So it's a whole process.
Well, Celestina, you've covered the judiciary for quite a while now. In the case that the former AGF is unable to meet these bail conditions, what might likely happen?
He's going to remain in custody. He's going to remain with the correctional center because from what we know now, him and his son, they will be sent back to Kuje Correctional Facility pending when they perfect their bail condition, and also the third defendant and Sebe will have to go back to Suleja Correctional Facility. So if they cannot meet their bail conditions, they will be coming from there to the court to attend the trial.
Thank you so much, Celestina, for your time.
Thank you for having me.